Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Okay, I think this assignment was easier this week. Absolutely. I mean, it should be. I mean, you've got you've learned a lot in the first week, and I just got done describing to Mark in the critique right before yours that this hand rendering exercise is teaching you so much about typography, the mechanics of typefaces, the mechanics of letter forms, the mechanics of relationships and optical relationships. So this is really a fantastic exercise, the hand rendered, and I hope you're finding value in it. So yes, and the thing is you get really good very quickly at this, and that's also another pretty neat thing too. So, yeah, there are some issues. I see them. I see what you're saying, and I think that this is especially a relevant comment right here. I see that I need to work on the ease. I am looking forward to some feedback. Wait. Oh, right here. I'm finding a lot of things I want to improve on when I see my submission on the computer, and that's relevant because when you're kerning, you should always, and this goes for kerning, letter spacing, word spacing, line length, etc. Take a look at your work from different angles. So if it's hand rendered, scan it and look at it on the computer. Turn it upside down. Look at it sideways. Look at it from a distance and really start looking for things that you might not normally see. And there are plenty of things that you don't normally see when you turn it upside down. So that's and squint your eyes, look at it. So try all these different things and get an idea for your spacing. Now, as far as your craft goes, I think there's a couple of areas that we could point out in needing improvement. The F right now, that's not a true vertical. You're leaning to the left a little bit. Other than that, I think your relationships are pretty good. A little thin through here, this upper arm of the F here, a little thin through there, that crossbar right there. Little thin through there. Other than that, I think you're looking pretty good. The I, just a little bit just my only comments really are just a little bit of detail on your craft. Watch that curve right there on that E. And it looks good, but you're a little tight right through there. Your letter forms, that E again, a little inconsistent there. So, I mean, I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I think that you could see this and you can see that there are some inconsistencies in the way that the letter forms are drawn themselves. So you want to definitely address those. I think the A looks great. That teardrop, though, you want a little bit of refinement through there. Okay, so watch your craft. Really pay attention to the letter forms and how you're tracing them and those relationships. Verticals, horizontals, true verticals, curves. Watch that. But the only other thing I want to mention is your letter spacing. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. I think that the spacing between F and I is good. Right now, this I and R, we can clearly see that this fire has two groups associated. Right now, you have the F and the I and the R and the E. And the reason is because the F and the I are kerned nicely. There's a little too much space here between the I and the R, and then the R and the E are kerned pretty nicely as well. However, I do say that when you will complete that curve on the E, it's going to end up closing down that negative space. It's going to end up being too close. You want to open that up a little bit, given that that curve is accurate. Right now, the A and the N is nice, but the N and the D is a little too close. So that's causing a subgroup right here. I think ice is kerned beautifully. Nice job there. Watch that true horizontal. Okay, so yeah, those are, the only other thing that I would like to see is I'd like to see a representation of the overshoot. We can see it here, but we don't see it on the bottom. We don't see it here. So just a little bit of overshoot. That's all I'm looking for. Other than that, I think that you're off to a really great start, and I'm sure you're going to breathe a lot easier knowing that this is our last hand-rendered exercise of this class. So let's go out with a bang. So let's go ahead and just address those issues right there. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to clarify. But a great start. Looking forward to seeing your final iteration. Thanks, Teresa.